Welcome to the Pretentious Podcast. It's me and David today, and today we're going to be making a tier list of all the Spider-Man video games that ever existed in honor of Spider-Man 2 releasing on PS5 about a week ago-ish.
Really? That was
5 days ago?
Yeah, something like that. It was Thursday. Friday?
Yeah.
Somewhere, I don't know anymore.
So we're going to make a juicy-ass tier list. I'm actually just going to pull up YouTube and look at it from this angle. Okay, so we're going to go left to right, so we'll be starting at Spider-Man 1 on the PS1.
I actually don't know what this one is.
That is Spider-Man 1 PS1.
Yeah, Spider-Man 1 PS1.
All right.
Have you played Spider-Man 1 PS1? Because I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
I haven't.
Spider-Man PS1 is an absolute classic experience. It's fantastic. It has one of the best boss fights in Spider-Man history.
Oh.
I actually love this game. So, you know Spider-Man 1 PS2 with like the Tobey Maguire one?
Yeah, no, I
with the
played that
weird
one.
web swinging.
Played the
So,
one on fucking GameCube.
yeah, exactly. It's the same exact mechanics as that, but it's on the PS1 and the graphics are just very low poly.
Yeah, just slightly better.
But the game mechanics are super smooth in this one. Like, I actually love it. It's
Right.
great. The boss fight, you're fighting Carnage, and then you kill Carnage. And then Doc Ock breaks in the room the second Carnage dies, and the Carnage venom attaches to Doc Ock. So this fucking Carnage Doc Ock morph chases you throughout the last level, and you're just booking ass as he's following you, saying creepy ass shit. It's actually like one of the most uncanny things, but it's beautiful. This is an easy A tier for me. It's a little too old to be in the S tier. And then we have the sequel,
Spider-Man
which
2?
the sequel which I didn't play. So.
Enter Electro, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, the
Alright.
sequel, Enter Electro. Can't speak on it.
I really can't speak on it either.
I've seen the gameplay. It looks exactly the same. So just for easiness sake, we'll just put it in B.
Is that fucking Amazing Spider-Man right after it there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so
This
we
is the
have...
first Amazing Spider. No, this is the second Amazing Spider-Man.
No, that's the cover for the first one.
Oh,
The cover for the
the
second one,
second
yeah,
one's
that's
hanging.
the one.
Alright,
Oh,
so
okay, yeah,
you've
you're right.
played Super Tight Cam Spider-Boy Simulator, right?
Yeah,
just,
yeah. Honestly, I didn't think whenever I played it, because it's been years now since I played Amazing Spider-Man on the 360. It wasn't that bad. Looking back on it now, it's pretty stiff. It's really just not that tight or not that smooth in terms of gameplay. The story was fun. I really enjoyed all the like bosses. And
Yeah,
all
it was
the
cool.
stuff that you
I remember
do.
the Kingpin boss.
Yeah. I liked all the big fucking robots and all the animals and all this cool shit. It was a cool game. It was really good. I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones. It's a solid C.
In its time, it was pretty good, but I don't think I could go back and play it after having
No, I
like
couldn't.
Insomniac versions and whatnot. Yeah, I would say C.
Yeah.
I would definitely go with C
That's
for
a
this
C.
one. All right, and then we have Spider-Man 2002 video game.
Spider-Man 2002.
Okay, this one, it's a classic. It obviously going back and playing it, it's a little janky.
Very fucking janky.
But I mean, it's this one made you use your brain a little bit. I remember. I don't know why I had trouble, because like this is before they kind of showed you exactly where you had to go in all these games. You can't just press R3 and ping the yellow thing that tells you where to go. So it was this one was a little weird. Like I just remember being stuck, but I was also really little. I remember crying because I couldn't beat some of the bosses. I really did.
You think this was a classic? I remember that one also being really fun to play. Just vaguely though. It's been too long since I played it. I can't make like a super accurate judgment. I'd say it's probably like a B.
Yeah, I would say it's still a B.
Which one is this one?
Spider-Man 1.
Tobey
Oh.
Maguire movie game. Yeah, I'd put it at the top of the game. Yeah, that's about it. We have
Spider-Man 3.
okay, this game has really bad reputation. Very, very bad reputation. But let me tell you that this is definitely my most played Spider-Man game of all time. I've definitely beat it over 15 times. I made my dad upgrade the kitchen computer. He had to put a graphics card in it just so I could play it on PC. Because I had to play it with the WASD keys and the mouse, just because I was like, I literally beat the game like 5 times on my 360, then I beat it on my PS2, and I just couldn't stop playing this game. I was like, I have to beat it on every console.
God.
So to me, this is literally.
Do you have it on the Wii?
Yeah, I played through it on the Wii.
God.
I played through it on.
snap.
I'm telling you, dude. I played through it on the PS3, the 360, PC, Wii, PS2. I'm pretty sure I played it on every console.
Fucking psychopath.
This was the game that made me realize I probably have ADHD or the tism.
Something like that, yeah. But no, I remember playing this game. This was the one that I had growing up, aside from like the GameCube shit.
What console? Because there was different versions.
Yeah, no, I know there was different versions. I had the 360 one. So
Yeah.
the PS3 one. It was, I never really made it that far. It was a really fucking hard game for no goddamn reason.
It was. The web swinging is so static.
It's so
it's
bad.
such a static, weird web swinging.
Like everything looks like plastic for some reason.
Dude, the game's really bad. It's one of my favorite games ever. Like, in my heart, it's S tier, but it's factually, when it comes to game
like a
design,
D.
yeah, it's literally a horrible video game. But Matt would put it in S tier, but we'll put it in like D.
Yeah, we'll put it in D. It's pretty bad, really bad, if anything, but it's not the worst, I would say.
The boss fights were pretty fun.
Ultimate Spider-Man. What you don't need to say anything.
It's actually the
S
best.
tier.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say the graphics are insane. It's actually aged really beautifully.
Yeah, no, it's aged really well just because it's a stylized comic book game. Like, it's just the type of thing that will age really well, even though it's really like blocky and simplistic.
Yeah, and
It's just good.
it came out the same year as Spider-Man 3.
What?
I think. Let me look it up.
I know. Okay, so Spider-Man 2,
Ultimate
the game came out in 04, right? Somewhere around there.
Ultimate Spider-Man was 2005.
2005? I'm pretty sure.
Ultimate Spider-Man came out in 2005.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an old game and it's held up really.
It holds up really. That's
It holds
because it's
up
using
really
the same engine as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, maybe it was Spider-Man 2 then, not 3. So they came out within the year.
Yeah, you're
Okay. So it came out within the same year-ish as Spider-Man 2, but like you said, having its own style and actual comic book vibe, it carries it so much creatively because you don't need insane graphics. Style shit to be cool, and this game's fantastic. It's literally just great. I remember the Rhino mission being really iconic, where you chase him throughout the city, then you punch out his back.
Yeah. It took me a little bit to figure out what to do in that boss fight.
No, because the boss fights were tricky, and the Venom missions were weird too. But I think it's really good that you were able to play as Venom and Spider-Man, because Venom has a totally different playstyle.
You know about this?
Yeah. Why are you? Is this a Spider-Man 2 reference?
No.
Anyway, I love Ultimate Spider-Man. I love being able to run around as Venom and eat people. You literally suck their life form. And the boss fights are great.
You suck them off, and we're moving on to Spider-Man 2. So, Spider-Man 2, me personally, I really like Spider-Man 2.
It's another
I think
classic.
It's the foundations for like every good Spider-Man game after that. It has, well, I mean, the story's like kind of mid. Because it's just
Random ass Mysterio missions.
Well, okay, the Mysterio shit was fun. I like all the side content and like game original stuff, but then the rest of it is like, hey, let's like lazily plot around the story of the movie, which is fine. It's whatever.
Let's just say that Toby's voice acting
Not great.
is hey, I'm Spider-Man, don't do that. Like, it's really, really rancid hearing him try to voice act.
Anyone that was in the movies that reprised their role in the game just phoned that shit in
Oh
so
my
hard.
God. Hold on, I gotta play this out loud really quick.
But yeah, no, I mean, it was a really good game. The combat was fun. The swinging, especially for the time and even now, it's really great. Fucking, just a good game. I can't really say that it's above
Pulling up Spider-Man 2
an
spoilers.
A,
What am I doing?
though.
I typed in Black Spider-Man Angry Peter video game, and all these Spider-Man 2 things came up, like the new game, and I was like, oh god!
Yeah,
I was trying to find a meme, and I just fucking deep fried my brain.
You're walking into unknown
Dude, I actually put like the dumbest keywords in. That was stupid.
But no, if I were to put it anywhere, I would say an A.
I agree.
It's a solid game.
Yeah. And then TASM 2's video game.
TASM 2
remember it
video
being
game.
more or less the same, maybe a little worse, maybe a
It's
little worse.
okay. So here's what I'm gonna say about TASM 2. The first TASM game was good for its time. TASM 2 was not good for its time and isn't good now. It's worse. And the reason why is because they're like, hey guys, you know, we listen to the fans. We're gonna put back in proper web swinging. Everything's gonna stick to buildings and shit. And they just made it the most ass thing possible. They were like, oh, you can switch your hands. and like that's whatever. But it's also like it feels slower. You have to deal with all the like stupid dog shit morality system where if you don't go to like a fucking crime 5 miles away within 2 seconds, you're just automatically losing karma, and then you just get swarmed with like enemies all the fucking time.
You could also wear Miles' suit as Peter, which is
I don't know
an interesting thing.
I will say the one thing that I liked about that game was the costume choices. All the like
they did have a huge cloth.
All the costumes that you had in that game were really, really cool, and I wish that we had some of those in the game, Spider-Man 2 and like the newer ones. I mean, to be fair, we have a lot of costumes now, but we're missing a few from those older games.
I would play as Miguel a lot. The 2099 suit was always the coolest to me. So, what, C or D then?
That's...
We'll either put it in the same...
I don't want to say
it's
it's an F.
It's a D.
And then we got Friend or Foe. Did you play through Friend or Foe?
I played some of Friend or Foe.
Because I really liked Friend or Foe. It was weird. It felt like one of those low-key indie projects. Like the villains felt weirdly like rip-offs, and the game's weird. And it's not like an open-world swinging game.
It's a co-op beat 'em up game.
Yeah.
Like it's fine for what it is, I guess. I mean, I had fun with it as a kid, but it's ass. So I'm saying it's like a C.
Yeah, I was gonna put it in C. Okay, Web of Shadows is a top tier Spider-Man video
It's
game.
a really good. Okay, so here's my thing with Web of Shadows. It's really, really good. It has the best combat in a Spider-Man game. I'm gonna say that like flat out.
Yes.
Easily the best combat in a Spider-Man game. Because no other fucking game since has allowed you to fight people on the side of a fucking building.
Oh, it's so cool. This game's combat is so ahead.
It's so smooth.
Also,
It's
the
so
swinging
nice.
feels great in this game.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
And you could just press buttons to change from black suit to original suit,
Yeah,
right?
just like that.
Yeah,
Like
like
different move sets between the two of them too.
no game has mastered that yet. Well, I haven't got the symbiote in Spider-Man 2 yet, so I don't know. But
no game since Web of Shadows has allowed you to surf on an enemy up the side of the building.
It's actually gnarly. It's
what else
insane.
can I say? That's an easy S.
Yeah, I agree.
The one thing that does drag it down for me, it's still an S, but the one thing that makes it like kind of shitty is just the voice acting and all the quick time events.
Yes. Whenever they do Spider-Man quick time events, it's a little weird. Like no games.
Insomniac did it really good.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's like not gonna fucking instantly fail state you if you don't press it in like 2 seconds.
Someone help me! I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
You ever seen the Spider-Man 3 meme?
Yeah.
Oh no! Or whatever it's called.
Just fucking false flat in his face.
Yeah, that's the first clip I thought of.
Yeah.
Edge of Time. I
didn't play Edge of Time.
I didn't play Edge of Time either. It's a really rare ass game. It's like that's for a lot of money.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a weird commodity in the video game Spider-Man community.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Not a lot of people play through it, but it has a hardcore.
It has its followers.
So just so we don't get doxxed and death threaded, it's A tier. I don't know what that means. Just don't hurt us if you like this game.
I don't know. I'll say any games that we haven't played, we'll just put in fucking C. Because it's like, okay, middle of the road, we don't know if it's good or bad.
Either that or you just add it. Whatever. It's the only one here that's really good.
And then Shattered Dimensions.
Shattered Dimensions is really weird. I remember really liking it when I was a kid.
I never had it. I know Ernesto over there had it for like, I don't know, a couple weeks or something.
No, I still have it, I think. Wait, what the fuck did I do with it?
I think you sold it, dude.
Oh yeah, I sold it on. Dude, I made like $50 on this game.
Yeah, I know. Because you found it at the GameStop for like 40 something. You're like, I don't know about that. And then you came back later because you were seeing how expensive it was.
Yeah.
And then you bought it and resold it. Same with Web of Shadows.
I never
We had
even
Web of
played it.
Shadows for like 2 seconds. Dude.
I should have played it. I didn't play it.
I would put Shattered Dimension in like B. It was actually very solid. It's a Spider-Man game, and you play as 4 different Spider-Man in this one, and they all have their own different world and graphics and voice acting, and it's really spicy. It's a really solid.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, exactly. It is. It's very, very cool. Miguel's always an asshole. That's fine. And then we got the juicy Insomniac game.
2018. This is tough because if we're ranking it based off the other games, then it's probably the lowest out of the 3 for me.
Okay, the problem with Spider-Man 2018 is compared to Spider-Man 2, the traversal's not that good.
It's so shit.
The MJ missions are horrific.
Yep.
So that like all the problems that are going to exist in the Insomniac games really exist in 2018 because it was like the first one.
Yeah, that was the first one. The costume variety was really, really good.
Yeah.
story-wise, really great. I liked all the variety of villains and different characters that we got in it.
This game's beautiful, and it opened my heart to Insomniac and this Spider-Man character.
The side missions were not that good.
No. And I didn't play the DLC ones, but
I like the DLC.
The DLC was good.
For the most part, Spider-Man 2018 is a very, very solid experience.
I'd say it's a high
the
B.
foundation. So
High
I would agree with high B.
What? Well, if you guys are comparing these to the rest of the games in this series, it's got to be minimum A.
You could put it in
No.
A.
It's a high B. Highest B if you want. I don't think.
All right.
And then,
Alright.
in my
Miles?
opinion, Miles is that's a tier ahead.
Yeah, that's an
The combat's better. The swinging is
traversal's
better.
way better.
Yeah, the traversal. The world is snowing and it's
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's a lot prettier. The constant variety is not as good, but honestly, that's whatever because they're all really nicely made costumes. A lot of them are
Spider-Man 2
original.
GameCube is a classic Turbo. How you doing?
And then, yeah, I don't know. Miles is definitely just an A. It's solid as hell.
Well, because that's the thing that's weird is that I played Miles and I was like, gameplay wise and everything, it is better than 2018.
Story-wise, it's kind of a
Exactly.
Yeah.
just shit.
Yeah.
But the rest of it more than makes up for that.
Mhm.
I would say.
And then Spider-Man 2, so far, the traversal's 10 out of 10. The combat for me is fine, but I prefer the combat in 2018 a little bit more. Me and
As
Ernesto
do
were
I.
talking about it.
As do I, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
and it's because of the gadgets, and you have that wheel like in GTA, like you could cycle through the gadgets. In
The-
in the new one, it's just L1X, and like
It's not.
I'll let you
It's not
just-
specifically that because those abilities are really cool. They're
Yeah.
amazing. But for me, it's the fact that it's almost brainless to use them. It's like they all kind of do the same thing. But I haven't played through all the entire game yet. So
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
completely
say, me
biased.
and Ernesto haven't
But-
finished Spider-Man 2 yet.
I'll
the
give you that one.
the thing-
What were we gonna say? Next?
The thing with the gadgets that I really liked was that I could be creative in the way I use them because they wouldn't all just be an insta hit. They would all do different things that I could use to fight differently.
Yes.
So I could be more creative with them.
That also is my thing. I'll agree with you on that for Spider-Man 2 because I played a little bit further than the both of you. I haven't finished it yet. I'm really close.
Mhm.
But I haven't finished it yet. And the gadgets don't really get any better. They're all the fucking same. Like you said, oh, this one like shoots little lasers or whatever, and it like knocks them up in the air.
Yeah.
This one brings them closer together. This one knocks them away. That's it. The one thing that I will say is I like that they streamlined it a little bit because you just get like quick access. You don't have to fucking sit there in the wheel.
It
and
is.
be like,
Yes.
Which one do I want?
It's
You
definitely
just
more
do it.
fluent, but I'm more comfortable, and I do like the
But the-
2018
the-
style.
you gotta-
What picks it up for me though is that they give you more like abilities on the side aside from that.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
like how they had in the Miles game, which I think are better. I use those way more than I did the gadgets because the gadgets were just like boring, and then all the abilities, the symbiote stuff. Miles is 2 different sets of abilities. Spider arms even. They're all really fun to use. They recharge quickly enough that you can use them really frequently.
So-
and they're just cool looking.
Yeah, alright, so for the Spider-Man 2 ranking, when it comes to overall gameplay and just how smooth the game feels, to me it's like an S tier game, but the plot, I still don't know.
Yeah.
And because if the plot goes wonky, and I end up running around as Peter Parker doing boring shit for the rest of the game, and there's like weird MJ missions and stuff, the game could easily fall to an A or B, but so far, the projection is S tier.
I'm gonna fill you in on some non-spoiler. I'm gonna fill you in on some stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. To tell you the truth, there are MJ missions later on, but they're not that bad actually.
Okay.
They're honestly kind of fun. Another thing too is that the side missions are also pretty good.
Alright, so that could easily have this game landing in S tier.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of really cool like villain type side missions where you get like, I don't know, like a cool boss fight or like some cool lore or something at the end. The activity, some of them are a little bit mindless, but they're not as bad as like, all right, stand on the tower and press triangle,
Yeah.
or collect like 50 backpacks. To be fair, there's one that's like the fucking backpack thing, which is kind of annoying, but you get like a cool little treat at the end. It's like, oh, there's like a cool little cutscene for me. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
I wish. Sorry. You can finish your thought.
No, what were you gonna say?
I wish that this game did it the way Arkham does it, where every side quest is an actual like villain that you have to basically beat to some extent, and there's a whole separate story happening.
Good. Arkham Knight story structure. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Arkham Knight story structure and side mission structure is the most perfect way to do it. Have you played through Arkham Knight?
I've played through all the Arkham.
Oh,
games, yeah.
trust
Okay.
me, he knows.
Okay.
He got me on the Arkham.
I got
games.
Arkham Knight to like 99.7%, and I was like, okay, I'll just never finish the fucking Riddler. I'm
Yeah,
not doing it.
same,
I'm not doing
same.
it.
Fuck that. Nope.
I'll just look up the fucking cutscene on YouTube. I'm not gonna do the Riddler.
Yeah.
Give me Arkham Knight 0.5. I know he's gone, but I just need it on my
you
next
don't-
cramping.
You don't want to
Okay.
play. You don't want to
Alright,
play
we're good.
Suicide Squad.
I'd rather. Oh, actually, Suicide Squad might be cool, right? Did it come out yet?
It didn't come out.
I know I'm kind of excited for that one, but I know Gotham Knights was a
I'm
reverse
just,
cum shot.
no, I'm just pulling your leg on that. Suicide Squad looks really bad. It's another one of those like team-based fucking.
I saw one trailer for it. I'm like, ooh, this looks like.
It looked okay from the trailers, but it's just kind of like shitty.
Oh God. Well, anyway, I don't want this video to drag on too long. I'm just gonna outro the video.
Spider-Man 2's an S.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's tier list video. Me and David ranked these best we could. We didn't really play like two of them, like, but it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like Spider-Man 2
Just
in
do
like 2003 or 4 or whatever. We didn't play that shit. And then Edge of Time, we didn't play that shit either. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe. Peace.